It's the Christmas Tales for Wales podcast. We've got Frank's being nervous and Jack being a boffin and Abanos being cool. It's the best podcast episode of the year. He's the greatest guest of them all. With his cute, sexy face and gay, happy meetings when Jake comes to call. He's the greatest guest of them all. Hosting and... Sorry, lads.
Oh, the raspy tones.
That was beautiful. That was worth the 20 hours of figuring out how to record
so
this.
long.
Right, there you go. So,
Oh, there we go.
should I just use this?
Yeah.
That's fine. Do
Yes.
mine. Right,
Well,
back in. Yeah,
we don't need
totally
introduction.
worth the absolute scramble we had to go through just then to get everything up. And for the listeners, we might. This is definitely something for release maybe for the Patreon. We were in the middle, just about to solve it. Some guy came over and went, "Can I use that plug you sat next to?" Sort of fiddling.
Well, should we set this scene as where we are?
Yeah, pubcast, another from us. Yeah, so we're in the Gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper.
Formerly
Formerly known as the Prince of Wales, where I was earlier.
That's where you were earlier.
Yeah, that was fun. Boiling. I'm absolutely boiling, sweating.
Yeah, and we're all scared. There's about 50,000 people around us on like work's Christmas party.
Yeah, everyone's...
Also, I've brought with me that fear of being in public doing something like this.
Yeah.
So thank God we're on the lapel mics.
Creative!
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
you talk very highly of yourselves here, lads.
Well, something so esoteric.
So bloody
Engaging.
engaging.
Something so meaningful is actually quite
a bards,
long.
a modern day bards
A
allowed
bard's
in the
duty.
Wetherspoons these days. Who knows? But yeah, it's like everyone else here is like, oh, I've got your knees up, and we're here going, oh, is the recording working? Oh, please, sir, don't plug your phone in here.
And I feel like
Frank's been burping like you're not
Christmas has
believe.
hit me
He
hard
described
already.
himself
Very
as
windy.
a cow that needed bleeding.
Yeah, I need my methane exhaled out of me. But we're going to do a little Christmassy episode for you. And we're going to look, even though last year we did a Christmas episode, that was fucking too Christmas, because we've covered everything.
everything, we have
can
nothing.
do.
You've got the
There's
morsels
literally-
that are left.
So there's nothing left to cover about Wales, so we've had to dig deep into the archives. So bear with us whilst we find tenuous links for Welsh history in this glad we call Cymru. But should we go on to go first? And you know who it is.
No,
It's Jake.
yeah, you haven't introduced me.
Oh, yes,
Honestly, I've been sat here
Also,
pretty
yeah.
much with my arms crossed.
Forgot to say, the guy having an absolute puddie in the corner now is...
I barely took my jacket off as I'll get up, shall I, lads?
With Jacob Abanos, of course.
Hello.
They would have heard the intro.
I should explain the intro, really. Ever since that bastard Sam from Chris IT took my limelight and started a show with a poem, I thought, absolutely not on my watch. So I thought I'd get out, the baritone.
Listeners, let us know whose intro did you prefer, Sam from Chris IT's heartfelt poem, or the beautiful baritones of
next,
Jake, which actually was quite good.
next
It was brilliant. It was brilliant. I mean, that's what
was very impressed.
It was brilliant, lads.
There was one bit where you weren't saying lyrics, you just went, oh, and I was like, that's perfect.
And
One
we
take
looked
wonder.
as a look behind the cloth, Jake played that on a phone for us. But I was watching it, he was singing along to it. So his mouth was like, Christmas Kringle.
It's not the first recording Jake's brought to the gang before, and we were
With a
nervous, to
surprise,
say the
with a
least.
surprise audio clip.
Actually, that was excellent.
That was
I was very pleased with myself, and I appreciate
I like
everything that
before
I've
this
done
when
for
you were
you.
like, oh, you haven't even introduced me, as if we commissioned you to do an intro and gone, we don't want on the episode.
You're not going to pay me for that little
Can you just
intro.
use your baritone vocals to just lead us in, yeah.
Well, it's just a modest intro, and just how I feel I've contributed to the podcast over the last 12
Are
months.
you good at impressions?
No.
That was a good. It sounded like you were
No,
good at impressions.
That's just good me singing. That is just me singing.
Like take 20.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, Jake,
No,
you've got
that
to
was
get this right.
first go.
Did your partner think anything of it?
I wouldn't let her listen to it
Good.
for obvious reasons.
Same reasons we don't let ours listen to the pod.
Exactly. Did it on my own. But I didn't let go.
No vocal training? Just
No vocal training at all, yeah. Sorry, no, I did let go, I should have said. Sorry, I found a nice little quiet area of my house. And, just totally belted
do you
it.
like the Do re mi so fa la ti do.
Nah,
Before you started doing it.
Just listen to like 6 hours of Bryn Terfel.
Really,
You know,
into character,
yeah. Slept a lot and then thought, bang, I'm ready.
Drunk a bear.
Put a suit on.
I like Giovanni Pavarotti. He used to like gobble a bit of like carbonara before going out and belt on. Yeah, he used to like belt out. Slim it out. Shag, like, he's a big like dog, I think.
Still bacon bits in his teeth when he was singing.
A bit of bacon come off the wob. Right, let's just check the tech still working.
Tech check. Tech is doing great.
So
Do we need to do another clap? Because mine's not synced up. Do the clap. Let people hear behind the
because
scenes.
we've done the clap already.
I might do a clap.
Right, do a clap.
If you really want to do it.
It won't do anything to it.
And in no way was that because of the performance I did.
Right.
Alright.
So we're going to do, like we said, we're going to look back at some, it's tough having, there's a window in front of me, and seeing the fucking revelers. They're doing there now.
Right,
There was just someone walking past, and I'm going to be very distracted by that. But we're going to start off with, who should we start with? Mine's quite a longie, so...
I got a quick shorty.
Should I do a longie so I'm out of the way? Would you prefer that?
You would prefer it.
Okay.
So can I just give some context to the episode as you just did for the last 10 minutes? So I listened, in preparation for this, I listened to last year's episode.
Oh, yeah.
And you covered so much. You set yourself up for failure.
We didn't think about doing this long term.
Yeah.
So now this is proper,
Yeah.
Never
Fucking
thought this would
hidden,
be-
secret little thing, so they need to listen to this.
Yeah. But we really should have like slowed down. Look at those gassy men.
I literally, with the lapel mic, I'm sorry for anyone who heard that. It's right where my gobs like burp.
I made eye contact with Frank as I was going, and he was doing the same body gesture.
We're all doing that thing.
Like bullfrogs.
We're all doing that thing, you know, where you crane your neck back a little bit and go, burp, and it just like.
And I
sort
would
of
say
goes
December
forward.
is when I look my absolute worst. I look like a bloated corpse, and I'm just there like, bleh. But you know, like in Futurama, where that guy loves to party.
When he takes
Slurms
when he-
Mackenzie.
when he takes the
I
glasses
just
off,
want to
he's got-
sleep. But I can't help but go for the sesh. And that's what we're doing tonight. It's a Monday
That is what we're
night.
doing tonight. It's a school night.
School. You and me tomorrow.
I am, yeah.
Yeah, dead.
I'm in the office tomorrow. I know. You haven't talked about the drinks either.
Yes, so I'm on a Danish Pilsner, Carlsberg.
Made in Middlesbrough.
And I brought the boys two lovely.
Pause lights.
Ooh, fresh.
And these two
Someone-
are the tightest
someone's-
men in the world.
someone's
When they
got-
buy the cheapest, and,
Oh, yeah.
and Jake actually asked, "Can I have the cheapest lager?"
Yeah.
But they were Bud Light, and I
Budweiser
treated them
Light.
to even shitter Coors Light, which was 50p more
Someone's
expensive.
got their crizzy bonus in, I think, because it's 50p more a pint for a cause.
I don't know about you, Jack, but I'd describe Coors Light as cold as the Rockies.
To harken back to about a 5-year-old advert, it's damn cold. Jean-Claude Van Damme, remember them using the adverts?
The Judder Man will get you. Is that another one?
Do you think tangoed?
Sorry.
Was that?
J.R. Hartley?
Right, so let's get down to brass tacks because we're already
Right.
a few minutes in. Right. Can I start on my longie? And mine's actually quite a good
the longie,
historical.
do the longie.
And I generally was impressed. I literally spent, this is probably the longest I spent trying to find something interesting in a long time for this book.
Normally it's the old Wikipedia first
it's
click,
pretty,
isn't it?
yeah, no it's not. Don't undermine our reason. We go on JSOS or whatever that's.
We got books.
We got books. But this one here, I'm looking to move up to Abergavenny. And up there's a place called like the Blorange, which always sounds fucking mental.
Duck Orange,
The Sugarloaf and Skidded Mountains. Now,
Yeah,
Blorange, it sounds a bit French, and that's because there was a big, nestled in the mountains there, the crumbling walls of this formidable castle built by the Norman lord, Hamelin de Boulogne, in the 11th century.
Hyman.
Hamelin. But it was built to defend the Norman invaders against attacks from pissed off Welshies after having their lands been colonialised and pillaged. And back then, Abergavenny Castle was this grand structure boasting a stone keep, chapel, gatehouse, gatekeeper, towers, and an impressive great hall. But you visit today, and it's just mere ruins. And it's actually not owned by Cadus. You can't go visit it. You have to go pay some posh cunt to go have a look.
Oh,
at
it's
it.
on my private land
privately
job,
owned.
is it?
Yeah. I think no. That's Usk. That might be Usk. I take it all back. That's Usk Castle. So
How far are you taking it back? Just to the bit we had to pay into the hassle all the way back to the beginning.
Yeah. Listen,
Right. Sorry.
But yes, I got that bit wrong. Now, do you think all castles have seen their fair share of bloodshed? But the one thing that sets Abergavenny Castle apart from the others is the betrayal that took place there in the 12th century on Christmas. For background, Abergavenny's position close to the English border with its temperate climate and rich resources made for long drawn-out battles between the natives and the Normans. And following countless deaths in the lower rankings, stakes shifted a gear when Henry Fitzmiles, Baron of Abergavenny, was killed by Welsh forces led by Cecil ap Dyfnwal, Dyfnwal,
Smashed it.
in the 1160s. And despite Henry's death working in the favour of the new man taking over, William de Burgos, the successor of the castle, he sought to end all this violence, which had been going on for fucking ages. He was like, right, we're going to end this properly now. And he thought, I'm going to have a ceasefire conflict, and I want this to end because it's back and forth, blood. So this man hatched a plan to quash any further resistance, and took on himself to orchestrate what on paper, not like, oh, it seems like he's going to change things around here. But in fact, this bastard was in charge of one of the most dictastardly deeds to ever hearken through our Welsh valleys. So he hatched a plan. And what he did was orchestrate one of the most underhanded and bloody events in Welsh history. He invited all these people who were like rebelling against him, all the native Welsh, and this Cecil ap Dyfnwal, and he said, "Come over for a Christmas party. Come over for this is like Christmas was really important.
Don't worry about the in-laws this year.
Yeah.
Come over to mine."
This is like Germany-England, the football match.
Yeah, well, the minute the whistle's
bloody.
blown, yeah.
But not fun.
And might have actually happened.
Well, he was like, right, we are gonna settle this. We're gonna have stop all this fighting back and forth. But I'm gonna invite you over. We're gonna break bread, and they're gonna do like classic Christmas office party vibes where everyone let their hair down. The 12th century.
We're all putting our bums on the photocopier. We're doing all sorts.
Feliz
We all
Navidad
dreamt of sugar
started playing.
loaves, sugar plums. Damn, I tried to get a joke in there. Carry on. Edit that out.
Well, yarns were being told. It was a classic. It was a really good vibe. And they were
Your
like,
bog standard
Your bog
Christmas.
standard. And there was a sense that this new Norman ruler was going to be different, and a new civility was going to happen.
Couple of Welsh guys going, you know what, ain't half bad actually. Put on this Christmas,
bad.
this party, like, it's alright.
Granddad asleep in the corner, pissed.
He's had a great time.
Can't wait to wake up in it. Is my nan.
And then, so as you can hear the simmer of Feliz Navidad kicking off, you hear that then stop. A signal was passed, and all the doors were bolted, and De Bro's dastardly plans came into effect. And an act of merciless cruelty, and in stark contrast to the chivalric code the Normans were supposed to lead by, the naughty Normans clinically set about slaughtering all their guests, with no man or boy spared. And not satisfied with the bloodshed, de Burgos left on horseback alongside his men to finish off the most heinous Christmas killing spree, eventually murdering Cecil's only surviving son and the heir, the 7-year-old Cadwallader.
Oh, 7.
And I mean, this guy makes the Grinch look upbeat, an absolute Scrooge of a Norman.
I was going to say, is that like when Feliz Navidad was like the Red Wedding?
Well,
like
funny you say that. So it took 1182 for any significant act of retribution for this shithousery, and the castles were still set alight by Henry ap Llawen. And if you think this does sound familiar, and like you just said then, the Red Wedding, it's because the massacre has gone on to inspire the infamous Red Wedding scene in Game of Thrones.
Oh, no way!
This is where it comes from. And this is it's one of the most, if you don't know, it's one of the most memorable parts of the film.
you boys didn't put that in there.
What the fuck is that?
Chewing gum.
No, what is that? Crisp.
Oh no!
I've been drinking this for ages.
This Christmas party's ruined.
Jack just interrupted the story. I thought, what's
Sorry.
he doing? And then
What is that?
There's a crisp in his
Looks
glass.
like a crisp. No, I'm halfway through the pint.
Unidentified
It's too
object.
late.
There's a UFO.
Yeah, you may as well finish it, mate. Come on. What do you expect for £3?
Yeah.
Sorry, before.
Sorry,
then
crack
act
on,
of
yeah.
betrayal.
I don't know.
If you think this sounds familiar, like I said, it's because this was the main thing that inspired the Red Wedding. And if people who haven't seen Red Wedding, it's one of the most memorable scenes, shocking moments where someone's invited into a Game of Thrones. Sorry, I don't want to spoil. Is it just spoil the?
Oh, it's been out for years now.
Billy Idol sang about it.
Yeah. Oh, fair. Well, everyone will know what it's about. But that was one of the most famous scenes in the film, and it's inspired by an act of betrayal at Christmas in Wales. It would be forgivable to imagine if something fantastical or far-fetched, yet centuries of subjugation of Wales are littered with battles and... Oh no, I'll leave that. I'm editing on the fly. I was going to say, my last point is really serious. It's and it's not really in the Christmas...
Yeah, everyone back. Quiet please, everyone. Quiet please.
So what do you reckon about that then? A bit of a...
Gorgeous.
That's a good one. That's a good find considering we were absolute slim pickings.
Yeah, how did you find that?
Well, that's the
genuinely,
thing.
what did you put into Google to find that?
So my point at the end was, like, so this happened in like, it wasn't until 1182 that they got their retribution, and it wasn't in 1282 that Wales got like subjugated and controlled. So that's 100 years in between, and these kind of acts were happening quite a lot. But once they got subjugated, those stories would get erased.
Yeah,
and,
well, the
and
English wouldn't bother.
The article I read
taking
on
them
this
down.
from Nation Cymru was saying like these acts of blood, and yes, the blood isn't still fresh, but the stains are still there. So they're saying things like we should know more about this stuff. and
Yeah.
these acts of blood, but they don't because the winners write history and all that stuff.
Is it the classic? Listen, you don't need to worry about that. That was
Yeah.
ages ago.
And if that
okay?
happened there, and the only reason lots of us know, or is kind of known about it, is because they did get retribution. How often do you think that happened? And they didn't, and they invited Welsh like nobility, like, yeah, come here, mate, boo stab you in the
Take your
guts.
coat
So,
off, lads. You have a drink. Slap.
so that was my
My
one.
lighter notes.
Yeah.
Robert Plant drinks in the Skirrid Inn. I'm sure I said that last
Yeah,
time I
you
was
did
on the
say that.
podcast.
Yeah.
Have I only got one
I was
fucking
about to
fact?
say one trick pony over here. Yeah.
When
Yeah.
I move up there, should we go up for a little skirrid in search? Because it's not far.
It is quite scary, you know.
Well, I mean,
Unless you're drunk. If you've had a couple of drinks, you're
I
fine.
think we'll be drunk.
You've got to beat on his level. Otherwise, he's like clapping in.
Otherwise, it's
Do you want to hit us
terrifying.
with your story.
Well, I've made some notes.
And he's literally written
Don't,
notes.
I've
literally
They're very
written- yeah, it's
nice book.
analogue.
Can I
It's
see what
got
the book-
analogue,
cover of the book
yeah.
is?
Well, it's a free
don't-
book from
won't mention
Fike
it.
Safety Technology
Very
Limited.
racist.
Don't say your notes. Sing them.
Hang on. It's the most run. Oh, come on, everyone in the background. That woman just got incredibly wet.
That little quaver.
It's doing
That
my
is
head in like.
horrible. We might have
It
to
is.
keep that in.
It keeps like, dude. Is it too late to go back and say?
Sorry, this seems to be
we're
a
recording.
floater.
Yeah, please, just drink the crisp.
Yeah,
Drink the
because
crisp.
you're not going to drink past there, are you? Because it's.
Well, what I'll do is once I get low enough, I can try and fish it out.
Oh yeah, that's
Let's just
classy.
keep going,
Yeah,
and then we'll
lovely.
steal that
If it was your beer, like we have to pause, boys. Like I can't drink this. My crispy
Do you want
beer.
us to pause and you go get us a new one?
Oh, it's alright, mate. I've done worse than this.
Are we not doing any preamble on? Well, I've made notes about the preamble. I've got Frank's being a baby. That's
Yeah.
you, Franks.
What? Why don't we
And
do
I
that
hate
now?
Franks' dog.
Hey.
Oh,
I will
come on, you
bounce
can't
your
say that.
skull off my
We listen
fucking
and we
knee.
don't judge, which is a TikTok trend.
Yeah, you'll listen to
Oh.
your fucking teeth get broke.
Honestly,
if you slag off my
lovely dog. Honestly, great. Looked like great company. But he dictated our she. Oh fuck, God!
Yeah.
I knew I shouldn't have
I
wiped him
like
off.
that Jack was my back is.
For the record, Francis' knuckles are bare white at the moment.
Yeah, but she dictated our entire evening for 2 hours.
When? Today?
No,
Oh,
when we last
had
met
our
up,
little-
yeah.
our little-
What did we do
so
last
wait.
time?
Oh, because you had
We
to
went
go
for a
and see
drink.
her. Let's go
And it
see
only
her.
dictated about 2 hours of it. But I thought, so I hate Franks' dog. Are we moving on from that?
Okay. But
Best-
is that 'cause
best
we
you
had to
do,
go
I
to the
think.
pub? Is that 'cause we had to go to?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went down to
yeah,
the.
yeah.
And I wanted to go to a
West.
Wetherspoons because I was so tired.
I bought you around in the pub to like consolidate.
You
for
did,
all.
yeah.
Also, I do that with so many people. It's just like, guys, I need to do something. So, you have
here's
to
the
go
dog,
with me.
yeah.
Loads of great pubs down the bay. Come
One
on.
pub. Whenever I mention I love the water guard, so many people mention it's fucking shit. No, it's not.
It's nice.
We used to always
Is
say.
it?
We used to always say in the group chat, it's like Frank's works for for the water guard.
Franks
He never admitted it.
Franks could see the water guard from his front door.
Yeah.
That was a bit
love
that.
Even for
And we
this,
had to
even
walk for like
this
2
night,
miles.
Even this night when we decided on what pub, wasn't it? You like
go
with the water guard? That's quite quiet,
How
isn't it?
quiet is
Yeah.
it though? How quiet is it?
It is really
it's deadly quiet. You can hear
It's
a pin
also-
drop.
You could step out your door and be there.
I
but
don't
we
know
had to
about
fucking
that.
get 2
Well,
buses.
actually, I'd have to get past the dragon.
The dragon. The old ball and chain.
Yeah, so I got Frank's being a baby as well, but that was about booking venues. But I think I got my way
I
because
kind
it
of
went
combine into
as
two. Also, though, if we're saying on baby, you're big
I was far
dumb idiot,
worse.
because you don't read any message we ever
Nope.
send. But even about like semi-business stuff, we'll be like, oh yeah, Jake, this is our plan. You'll be like, yeah, whatever.
5
So
minutes
what's-
later,
yeah.
even on the way here.
right.
Yeah.
Where are we meeting, lads? What day is it?
So,
Texting all the last couple of days. Right, so this is where we're going.
Who am I?
Where are we going, boys? He does a group conference call
yeah,
on the
I
WhatsApp.
hate phone calls as well. Yeah, and then that time when you had a bit of a spy on in work or something, and you were.
I was getting angry at you two for no
It's like
reason.
you've been on the bags all morning. You're
Yeah.
like, what business idea?
What would you say? Right, serious question. Should we make a marketing company? And we're like, what the fuck has happened?
Sorry, lads. I've had a bit of a bad one in work today. We'll move on.
Oh yeah.
I often
didn't
wonder what the parallel universe would be if we both went.
Yeah,
go
right.
on then."
I'm in.
That'd be
Where
awful.
would we be now? You probably
We'd be drunk.
Yeah, you go. Nah, it was.
Yeah,
pub
we
talk,
would
mate.
all be dead.
Yeah. And I wouldn't have read any of the messages when you confirmed.
No.
And I would have turned
with
up.
someone else.
Yeah, I would have still been working my job.
You sold on the Hong Kong Exchange, like we said, right? What? We're bankrupting.
I've got BBC.
Do we
Question
mention
mark.
it?
Well,
Yeah.
we
famous
mentioned
now.
it on an episode recently, didn't we?
We were so
But we also said, do we cut it if need be, sort of thing. So maybe we say it and then cut it if need be.
Well, we can say it was a fun day. Do you want to say what it was?
We have got a big announcement, everyone, for the podcast listeners.
We've 100% been
we have
paid.
100% got a 12-part
Six-figure
BBC.
BBC contract.
I was so anxious that I farted. Two came out of me.
The noise cancelling mics can have little
It's
squeak.
gonna have an absolute nightmare trying to get rid of that one. Yeah. So what was it? We went for
We got invited.
We went for an open day as if it was like
We got
a
invited,
college.
right?
Oh, we got invited.
Who's the cream of the crop at the moment? Who's the Welsh talent?
We were kindly
These
invited
boys.
to record a pilot about like just a podcast.
It was brilliant.
It's really fun.
Good fun.
Yeah. Although I got fucking stitched up a tree. They put a GoPro below me and filmed at an angle. It was like, and I looked like a fucking toad.
It was an excellent
It
angle.
was so bad.
I mean, it made me and Jack look very
It
handsome.
looked like
It
a
was
freak.
meant to be a comedy podcast. So
Yeah, and
In that
they were, who's
vein,
this
it did do
bloated
its
coat?
job.
And also, I had a really bad beard on. I tried to shave it so it was a bit more better, but I just looked. I looked it back and I thought, probably the coolest part of my life
think-
ever. We're invited to record
I think
a
all
BBC
three of us walked
podcast.
away from that. Like I certainly did.
I was dressed like a rent boy
Well, like, yeah,
because I thought BBC are going to they want young
Dressed
talents.
up for the BBC.
there was
I
a
had a leather jacket on,
there
lads.
was a Savile-esque tone to your
Oh,
your
massively.
attire. But yeah, I remember looking at the recording when they sent it over. Have you noticed how much I guzzle the water they provided us? I did go, oh yeah.
The
And, like,
teachers and the faculty.
yeah.
You need to.
Yeah, I constantly need to be hydrated.
It's like you were ringing a bell,
Yeah.
shaking
And,
everywhere.
yeah, when you guys said like, oh, I like running, I said, show me running when you're being chased.
And we also, so it was cool. We got to go in the studio, we recorded. There's like an engineering studio.
We were all very
behind
Oh, it
us.
was
nervous.
brilliant.
weren't we?
Oh,
And
we
like,
were shit. Well, I was shitting
and
myself.
we were like we went for a pint beforehand, obviously. It was like 11 a.m. So
No,
then
it wasn't.
Well, was
No.
It was like 9:30.
Yeah. You had to be there for 10.
Yeah.
But then when
It was
we
like,
recorded,
you know, 8:15 at night.
Just for the audience, we all agreed we should have had more beer
Yeah.
before
Oh,
we went
yeah,
in
yeah,
because
yeah.
we were so
So our
nervous.
agreement was we should have more screwdrivers so you don't smell the beer, so you just smell the vodka.
That's what we
Yeah.
planned
When
it.
we recorded
Oh, and she stitched us up because we had to walk up 12 flights of stairs.
she got
And
on
at
the
the
head
top,
on
I had to
the
take my leather jacket off.
Oh yeah, you were there like the guys
gold
on
chain,
Grease.
though.
I was in showers up here.
Oh no. Tell me more.
Oh,
When we
and
got
Jake
there.
in the toilet at one point as well. We went to the toilet as we were just had
Oh, yeah.
freeze, and he absolutely, it was accidental, but he slammed one of the cubicle doors, and then we were like, oh, look, it's just us in here.
Just confidence.
Like, whatever. And then some other guy, we were
BBC
talking about
exec.
BBC exec,
Hugh Edwards.
walked out. Hugh Edwards walked out, and then I've had enough now. I'm going to start messaging boys. And
Don't cut that.
Can I also just say what Jake did? We were doing like we kind of settled in. We did like it was about a 40-minute record, a 30-minute record. Did the first 10 minutes after being a bit nervous, found our stride, and then Jake was like, "Oh, I've actually done like a genuine report. I've done like an actual journalistic report." And we were like, "Fuck, really?" He's like, "Yeah." So I got up my
Yeah.
phone. I called up somewhere.
Llangrannog.
It's
Llangrannog.
you could
Llangrannog.
see in mine and Frank's face, we were
like,
like,
oh my
wow,
God.
he's actually gone the extra mile here.
yeah.
Fair play to
And
him.
I was looking at the studio behind us with like the producers, and I was like,
And they
"Oh,
were
shit."
clapping.
They were like, "Oh, this is
They
cool."
were
They were all on
understand the
their
nation.
feet.
They hadn't
They were
even
all-
heard it
They
yet.
were a bit like, "Oh, hang on, what? Wait," and then Jake produced his phone, and then did a skit where he was playing an old lady.
He did
And it went
a
on
fucking,
for so long.
It was a minute long.
fucking weird accent and just was like,
Oh,
And it was just not funny. I hadn't listened, so I got.
it was hilarious.
I had a couple of drinks the night before,
Yeah.
and then hadn't listened to it. I thought, you know what? It's probably gold.
innit?
It was silver at
Probably
best.
gonna make it. Yeah.
Bronze.
Let me just check the recording.
But yeah, so this might all be cut.
No. I reckon
Nah,
leave this
fucking
in. We
leave
probably
it.
should have mentioned it at the start, but I think maybe
Yeah.
because I was in the weird environment, it's a bit anxious. I want to just get going.
I think maybe we should get all the listeners to email the BBC and
Oh,
say,
really cool.
Do you know what I would really love? Yeah, these three boys just
Right.
to be given a huge budget
huge budget, which they've already agreed they'd spend in the pub, doing more of this.
Drugs and alcohol.
They'll be going, oh, so what's this for? We're going to go to the most oldest pubs in Wales.
The most oldest.
The most older, and that's the intro.
The most oldest pub in Wales, lover.
We're back here in the Gatekeeper.
Yeah, we've done all of our business meetings in the Gatekeeper. Or one time, I made a fuss that we should all go to Great Western. And I got thrown by the gut. I said Great Western Gatekeeper, and I was in the wrong place.
Yeah, you said we're going to the Gatekeeper, and we all went to the Gatekeeper, and then Frank's like, he rang me, he was like, where are you? Very aggy with me, and I was like, we're in the Gatekeeper. You're not, because I'm upstairs. We're in the Gatekeeper. I'm in the Great Western.
I was so hungover.
Yeah.
I was on the fucking, that was a biggie.
Oh, that was the one where we were like, is he even coming? Because we couldn't get hold of you.
Oh, yeah.
I rang you.
And then you were
I hate ringing people.
I hate ringing people.
I don't rang anyone.
I don't rang.
I never rang anyone.
And you were like, is he coming? And you were like, oh, is he or isn't he? Like the person from...
yeah, is he or isn't he?
So we're doing the most niche references from Jeepers Creepers.
Anyone like Jeepers Creepers?
Sorry, not even number one.
Anyone a fan of Jeepers Creepers 2, right?
There's a guy in it they called Izzy, and they want to know, they can play his game, they go, is he or isn't he?
They definitely made the joke.
They made the joke
how can we make the name work? Right? Call him Izzy.
How can we construct an entire film around this joke? Well, Jeepers Creepers 1 did alright.
Well, although the director,
Victor Salva, that's not going to
it's
him.
not going to him.
No, it's not.
Hang on, there's food coming round.
No, that was me.
No.
It's quite disruptive, that thing.
Well,
Right.
Anyway, go on. Back for a bit. Oh, have you done your...
I've done nothing.
You haven't done your little bit yet? No, do your bit.
Little bit.
We've had preamble, haven't we?
You pathetic.
Do your little bit then, little boy.
Listen, doggy. You haven't listen, pig dog shit.
God, hit us with your pathetic.
Right. So this is quite a modern one.
Yeah.
So in 2003, Newton Town.
Oh, New Town. That's what it's called.
Newtown. That's what I call it.
Newton Town.
1, 2, 3. I got it wrong with the fucking third word in. So in 2003, Newtown, Wales set a Guinness official. We need to get baby Guinnesses, by the way, because you got them last year. It needs to be a tradition. Yeah, sorry.
That's my favourite drink.
Sorry.
Took a little crisp in one hand as well.
Newtown, Wales set a Guinness World Record for the most amount of Santas in one place. 100% official. Done. So there's over 3,200.
That's a lot of Santa.
That's fucking too many.
I feel like
isn't it?
How
out
many
with
do you
that
think have like
And then
sexual...
I know Santa's real, but then try and explain that to a child.
Yeah.
Nah, they're all
How
real.
many
They're
of
always
them
mates, mate. Yeah.
So many failed DBS checks on all 30,000 of them.
Do you remember there was an
Jake's
old...
just made a face that did not look
Sorry, Jake just shat his pants as he thought he'd stop recording. I haven't.
Remember an old documentary, I think you might have showed it to me, friends, where it was like, they get people who are like
it's Russell Brand's
ex-cons
Condiment.
and stuff like that, and they try and be Santas, like mall Santas and
You
stuff.
must know it's Naughty
Ponderland.
Norbert Leverhook comes to take
That's
the children.
Ponderland, yeah.
Yeah, that must be it. Yeah, but it's and it's all druggies, and it's like all you have to do is show up, and there's people go, I couldn't do it. I couldn't
Oh
make
no,
it."
that's the other. We watched another documentary where, about that.
Yeah.
And he pretended
They're like ex-druggies, really trying
Yeah.
to make their lives
And they're
better.
trying to become
everything.
close to it, like and he's pretending to eat a sandwich, but he pours a bottle of vodka down his mouth whilst he's eating.
And they were
On a
like,
documentary?
yeah, and they were like, listen, you haven't passed the Santa interview. You can't be a store Santa. He's like, why not? He's like, because you stunk of booze. Have you had a drink this morning? He went, I've had a bit. I have had a bit actually.
Please tell me that's not a BBC documentary because we went in stinking of booze. That's probably why they haven't
we
run
didn't
back.
get it. Yeah.
So the previous record was set at 2,685, so bit of an uplift, but nothing too sexy. Now in 2004, they actually smashed the record again with 4,200 people turning up in Santa paraphernalia.
We also have the
much
record for
Santas.
most Elvises, don't we? Because of Paul
I think it's the biggest.
Elvis convention.
Yeah, it's the biggest collection of Elvises outside of Las Vegas.
Elvis
Otherwise,
and Santa. We've got two of the big names. It's great,
yeah, exactly. Now you're probably thinking 2000. Sorry, for the listeners, I've lost them to an Elvis impression. They are in stitches.
When there's a third in the room, you know how stupid you are.
Yeah, normally this is just cut out.
We've been up for an hour about.
You said, the classic Santa.
Is that Santa? Ha ha ha, children. Right.
Now,
Come on.
Jesus.
so they broke the world record again. However, that was not the best thing
Very short
about.
nails. Very dainty hands. You can't.
Come on, focus. Focus, boys.
Sorry.
My nails are a bit.
They're very,
They are
very.
hurting
Do you
a
know
bit.
him?
Yeah, really badly.
Anxious boy.
Very anxious.
Or,
Very anxious indeed.
or he's a master fingerman.
What? I pickled my fingernails all the way down. Pickle my fingernails all the way down. We've gone rogue.
We have.
Let me finish this shit
I
story.
know.
Oh.
Where are we?
So beating their previous world record was not the best thing about the day. Just to add, so this Santa meetup wasn't just like a Santa meetup, well it was, but it was actually for a charity fun run. So think fun, excitement. I know, lads, I know. They raised £80,000. However, 30 people.
Looks like you're struggling to read your own fucking writing.
Well, yeah. So basically, everyone was having fun. There was loads of kids there, and then 30 absolute legends took it upon themselves to have a great big bloody fight.
Santa
So it was
brawl.
a huge brawl, yeah.
Santa.
So police had to use CS gas and batons to calm the whole thing down.
Christmas Santa gas.
5 were arrested in total. It was like, yeah, it was absolute shenanigans. It would have been perfect. Now,
Mummy, Daddy, why is Santa being cracked over the head with a baton?
yes, blood everywhere. Now, I've got a quote from one of the police officers. His name was PC Gareth Slaymaker. Now that is an insider man, or it's just a pun made up by some bloody news
The
outlet.
precinct guy went like, come on, you got to go out now, you're doing an interview. And he went, come on.
Slaymaker.
Think of the connotations.
What's your name? Gareth Thomas. Not for this news article, son. It's Christmas, mate. People have been injured. Come on, we need a laugh.
You want that increment this year, don't you? Gas?
So he confirmed some of the Brawl stars still had this Santa costumes on, so there was like a bit of a... The organisers like, oh no, they weren't the Santas. And then the PC man was like, no, they fucking were. They still had their top hats on. That's Scrooge.
Top one Scrooge, they like, who said it was Christmas themed?
I hate Christmas, but not this much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but basically it happened after the race. Loads of alcohol was consumed. I like this quote from PC Slaymaker. This is the exact... Wait. This is the exact sort of behaviour that gives a well-organised event a bad name. So yeah, no shit, mate. Yeah.
This is the last thing we wanted to happen.
Cheeky brass eye. BBC.
Yes.
Irrelevant.
Right there.
Tick, if you're listening, BBC. So obviously it was fantastic news, but we no longer hold the world record. Basically, 18,000 Santas turned up in India in 2014. I know.
Oh, they must have been boiling.
They would have been both.
It would have been, unless they jumped in the
Or
Gandhis.
is it just that? Just that and the beard, is that it?
No, they've got to have full paraphernalia.
Oh, that's what the
Black boots.
Guinness Book of Records takes.
What else does Santa wear? Just
can't-
full fucking paraphernalia. We know.
The black boots in the
Big
first
black
not the big
boots.
red suit.
That's it.
Caught by the
And the rest.
Black
I
boots.
stumbled at the
What
first.
else is it? What else is he
Ha ha
Is it-
Yeah. Ha ha ha.
Jingle that way.
Does he swing a cane? I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, so the Newtown Santa Run still takes place. We've missed this one. It was on the 30th of November, but I'm sure there's one next year.
Until it's that early.
I know, 30th of
Not even
November.
December.
I know.
It's not even the Christmas month.
But anyway, I'm sure there'll be one next year if you're after a great big fight. So there we are. That's it. Round of applause.
Yeah, nice.
Applause for
yeah.
applause.
Yeah,
Diolch,
mate,
diolch yn fawr, yeah.
That was a goodie.
Do you want to rock on yours? I reckon we should wrap up soon.
Go on then, yeah. Well, do mine. We were worried this wouldn't go on long enough, and look at us now.
Wait, I got loads.
Well, go on, hit us with some quick fires.
You got quickies, have you?
My nan got stuck under a car once.
Okay, great. Next one.
That's the story.
Keep going, keep
No,
going.
go on. Oh, well, the only reason I'm saying this is because I'm out of beer.
Oh, you want to get beer?
Should we finish this? I'll do this one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Finish up. Another, perhaps?
Perhaps another.
Perhaps another? Alright, so my one is about Deck the Halls, the
I
song.
saw a freeway cola truck in Lidl on the way here.
I said we'll do
Sorry,
another
sorry,
one.
sorry.
Alright,
Sorry.
send it.
Just scrambling through my notes. I'm just putting them on next to my
ASMR.
analog loser or whatever I was.
So mine's about Deck the Halls, the song, and the Kalenic So Deck the Halls, as most will know, is a traditional Christmas carol. We all know it. The English lyrics were written by Scottish musician Thomas Oliphant in 1862. But did you know that the melody is from a much older Welsh air called Nos Galan? I didn't know what an air was at the time of looking this up, by the way.
But is the throne? No.
No. Like air, like A-I-R.
You breathe.
Yeah.
No.
So just to clue you all in, an air is a vocal or instrumental composition. Just say song. It's just a song, basically, that's what it is. Anyway.
It does sound like a song to me.
It sounds like a song. Anyway, Tom Oliphant, he nicked the melody.
Oliphant?
Oliphant? I'm not sure how to say it. Tom Oliphant, this Scottish guy. He nicked the melody for Deck the Halls, originally claiming all he'd done was translate the original Welsh song. But this was never ever true. So, never ever true. That's how passionate I am about it. It's never ever
Now
true.
that's an Eternal song, isn't it?
Yeah.
That you've just stolen there.
Oh.
Is that Eternal?
That's one of my...
Allspice? Allspice!
It's Old Spice.
It's another air that I've just made.
Thank you, yeah.
The original Welsh song, Nos Galan, is about celebrating Calennig, which literally translates to first day of the month, but it kind of just means New Year's gift or celebration, as opposed to talking about Christmas. So the word is derived from the Latin calens, which is also where the English word calendar comes from. A tidbit
Really?
there. Yes, it is indeed. And so traditionally on Calennig, children would carry an apple that was pierced with 3 sticks. And that was decorated with a sprig of hazelnuts.
I found this bloody story.
Jake is going nuts, yeah.
I found this story and I thought, they're going to know it. They're going to poo-poo me.
Know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was- Sorry?
Francis is getting bored. He's showing his biceps.
And I was impressed.
Yeah.
Wrap it up, Jack.
Yeah.
I think I'm in for one.
Right, it's not that long, so we can oogle him later.
Yeah, I don't get the. I've never heard of the 3-sticked
No,
apple.
same.
Yeah.
I've never had that. So there were variants of this apple, this decorated apple, all over Wales. For example, in the southeast of Wales,
It's a sergeant, a decorated sergeant.
this decorated apple. Yeah.
He's served in the war.
He's serving the Somme. Yeah. There were variants of this apple all over. For example, in the southeast Wales, and strangely enough,
I think I used to bob for one during Halloween.
in the
That's-
you know
It's a great
apples.
bobbing war.
You know,
Yeah.
you know apples as good as the Rex person there. This happened so in southeast Wales and in the Forest of Dee as well, which is strange. Quote. Their little regional variation of it was, quote, an apple or orange resting on 3 sticks like a tripod, smeared with flour, stuck with nuts, oats or wheat, topped with thyme or another fragrant herb, and held by a skewer. Sounds disgusting.
Yes,
Like you wouldn't want to eat that, would you?
Did they? They didn't used to eat it, did they?
No, they just carry it around all day.
Ugh,
The
boring
past
bastards.
Why?
Do you have a fucking PlayStation?
I know, yeah, just
If
have an
you're not here,
Xbox.
no, like, we did
Or
the
throwing a
Christmas
big
episode.
rock into a bit of water? Even that's
You know
better.
when you see like old films where they used to like poke a wheel down the street?
Yeah, that actually looked class, to
Yeah,
be
that
fair.
actually does look quite class.
There's a romanticism about that. This going, oh, remember the day? Oh, back in the day was class. Remember making an apple
Well,
with loads of hazel?
we
on
did
the top?
say-
It's just a fucking
Sick,
apple
yeah.
with a couple of sticks in it.
Is that the same voice you did for the
Yeah, I think so.
San Grano thing with BBC?
That's it.
Well, I said anyway, we could do impressions, and you said no. So humble.
That's it.
When we did last year's episode, we covered like some of the shit things people used to do in the past, and yeah, Tommy had
The whipping of women.
Whipping with
yeah.
Holly.
That was it,
And
yeah.
also, like these. But one thing I do think was fun in the past: sing songs, like going to the pub and having a big old carol
Wow.
service. It's fun.
Just
Go
you
on
wait,
then
just
and
you
wrap
wait.
it up now.
So,
come on.
kids were also expected to sing and receive money or food, the food usually being bread and cheese, as a rule. Also, it used to be a bit like a mini Christmas. Many families would celebrate it by giving another round of presents to each other on the morning of New Year's Day. In some parts of Wales, you had to visit all your relatives by midday if you wanted your Calennig money or bread and cheese. When you saw after 12, and you'd be missing out on some coins or that sweet Dairy Lee and some fucking hovers. Many places across the country had their own versions of Calennig songs and poems, but from Aberystwyth in the 1950s, there was this one. So I'm going to say it in Welsh and I'll say the English translation. Dydd Calan yw hi heddiw, rwy'n dyfod ar eich traws, I mofyn am y geiniog, neu grwst a bara a chaws. O dewch i'r drws yn siriol, heb newid dim o'ch gwedd, cyn daw dydd Calan eto, bydd llawer yn y bedd.
Oh, I think I just came. That was gorgeous.
Welsh ASMR for you there. But in English, in English, that is, today is the start of New
Oh,
Year.
I can smell the fart.
Oh,
We're in a little wind trap
he's in a
here.
little Kalenic treat there. Right, I'm literally almost finished. If you could just hold your butt cheeks together for fucking 2 seconds. Right, so that translates to my lovely, now soured Welsh poem. Translates to.
Oh, this poem absolutely stinks.
It's a stinker of a poem.
It
Yeah.
does stink.
Sorry.
I'm so close to finishing. If you guys. Anyway, today is the start of New Year, and I have come to you to ask for coins or crust and bread and cheese. Oh, come to the door cheerfully without changing your appearance. Before the next arrival of New Year, many will be dead.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Christmas,
Christmas,
everybody.
Well, Merry Chrysler. Merry New Year for Kalenic. So there we are. That's my Kalenic thing.
That's brilliant.
I like how you saved it for mine to fart. You could have done that on jokes.
And
It wasn't a choice.
it hasn't gone away. That smell. It's very
It wasn't-
Christmassy.
I've been. I don't know if I'm setting the scene now. I'm leaning back, I have my foot against the wall. I'm out of the muck at the moment. But I just literally went in like maybe 3 inches difference.
Yeah, I've got like a bowling alley kind of
I'm in
wind
like,
trap
yeah,
here.
I'm in like the sort of.
Well, that's
yeah.
the true spirit of Christmas. And I reckon we've done a 42-minute on here, maybe a bit less.
I've got another fucking 4 hours of notes here.
Well, should we all stop
Gareth
now?
Bale used to drink in the Fox and Hounds.
He doesn't drink.
What?
He's teetotal.
Oh shit!
Oh, sure, all right, scrap
That's
that.
that note gone.
All right, that's Christmas ruined. Thanks a lot.
I've got some Christmas notes. As
Well,
well.
should we?
I got another story.
Should we pause here and then
Couple more pints and then move on?
and then join back on for a final bit at the end?
Go on now. Right.
We'll just say
Cheers
the
all.
other anyway now, just in case.
So
Oh, should we do? Oh, you thinking maybe DOS podcast, por
Yeah.
favor?
Yeah.
Oh my God, guys, stick around for part 2. This is me.
Right.
Diolch yn fawr.
Diolch yn fawr. Nadolig
Two baby
Llawen.
Guinnesses.
Ta-ra, 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 ta-ra.
Croeso and welcome to part DOS of the Jacob Abanos episode, The Chronicle.
Is that how you started?
That's how I always start.
Hollywood Christian soldier.
You recorded?
Yes, I am, baby.
We haven't done a clap.
Who's doing the clap?
No,
you can't do that.
Kind of redundant, isn't it?
I reckon it's fine. We'll figure it out on the edit.
And make it hard for yourself.
You're joining us back at the pub for part DOS of our Christmas spangle with the one, the only Jacob Abanos.
Hello. I was going to say good evening. Shit, I panicked. Can we start again?
Cello.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I was born.
You get yourself a cello, turn to the side, get yourself a bass. Cello.
You got yourself a bass.
Right. It's yours,
is that
yours
what
isn't turned on. No, yours isn't turned on. It's just waiting for. Yes, now Jack's in as well.
Alright.
But luckily, you didn't say a word.
I didn't say a bloody word.
You
Look,
meek boy.
I was too busy looking at my curdled baby Guinness.
Well, can
right
we
in
have it?
front
Like,
of
can we
me.
have it? Can we start
Well,
with
before
the
it
beginning?
killed us further, why not? Yeah.
Is this now Tales for Welsh tradition? Because last year you did these.
Yeah.
Which is what prompted the whole order.
Right.
It is.
boys?
So if you're
Yeah,
listening
bit
back
down.
home, if you're listening at home, get yourself a baby Guinness, which is Kahlua and
Bailey's.
Bailey's.
Right.
Iechyd
That boys. Ta-da.
Iechyd.
They really are delightful.
There's absolutely no gripes.
No.
It's not, is there?
Not a single
It does
gripe.
just give you know, like a lot of shots, they give you that at the back of the throat. No, it's all
Like if you were rugby banter boys,
And you know what?
they're pointless.
Yeah.
And you know what that
Something,
was?
birds.
I was worried about
You
that
had
because
it
the
correctly,
guy who served us, as I just mentioned before we started recording, he had very shaky hands. I think the boy, he was a young lad, he's probably hungover, didn't want to do the shift. Probably thought, easy shift on a Monday. I don't think so, baby. No,
We want it. We want it.
He was
How many did you
shaking
get?
as he was mixing
6.
things. So it's a bit
We got 6.
We got 3 of us times 2.
Um,
So I was just checking because obviously, Frank, you boasted earlier about, oh, I'm going to get everyone a baby Guinness, and you bought yourself 2.
It said 2
Two
times
for-
3 for 740.
Yeah.
And then I put that order, so I put that order in, and I pushed plus to it, and then the 2 arrived. But I think I just was a bit of an idiot reading it. But I'll show you on
All
the
very
app
tactful,
later.
because
Yeah.
me and Jack had to go to
no,
the
we
bar
spent
and
it,
spend
yeah.
our own beautiful money.
to tell the
And I'm with the absolute shekel holders here who hate spending any money.
to illuminate the listeners as well, Jake went, oh, I'm going to go up to the bar and get mine. I went, I'll do mine on the app. And then Frank's went, should you just go up to the bar with Jake? Like, I'm sick of your company. I've had enough. I need a break.
That pills though, because I'm a bit like lead now. I think we all need to get
strong.
to shorts, don't we?
Pills is too strong. It's not too strong. It's too bready.
Yeah, very
Bud
weak.
Light is too strong.
Bud Light, yeah.
It is.
It's not for the faint-hearted.
It's too heavy, isn't
Yeah.
it? It makes it weighs you down.
What was I going to say then about one of you? Summer.
Summer or something.
Christmas something? Oh well.
Well, that's what the episode's about, Christmas shit, isn't it?
And we're coming back because Jake hadn't finished with his Christmas
had
points.
written down in his analogue way so many notes.
It's written
When
about
we
20 pages.
He said, when we're going to call it, he was like, but I got so much to talk about.
Oh, I can't be finished. I can't be cut off like this.
So why don't you start us then, Jakey?
What, we're going straight into the thing?
Yeah, get into the thick of it.
Wait, but you did say prep. What's your favourite
Yeah, I
Christmas
did
toy?
like
What's
that,
your
yeah.
favourite
But
tradition?
I thought we
got.
might struggle with questions, right? So
all that
I
shit.
asked in advance. I thought, in case we don't have any good history moments, let's do our own personal history.
Sorry to
And-
ruin the dream, everyone. We're not as off the cuff as we might.
Well, I
appear
tell you, yeah, I
sometimes.
asked you guys to think of what was your worst present you've ever received.
Didn't have an answer to that, so move on.
Did you have a worst present you ever received?
Yes.
All right,
Do you
here's
want to know why?
Yeah, go on.
An orange.
I used to get that in a sock every year. In a socket.
But
That was his only
imagine,
present.
Imagine though that my nan and my granddad, my nanny Vida, my bamp, right? They that was all I got.
That's insane.
An orange.
That
And it
must
was-
be a shame.
And it one of those ones where I was like, you know, when you give it a little pinch, and it's like, oh, it's not quite firm. It's like it's a bit. It's been there for a while.
But didn't
I was
you
like,
also
cheers.
have this policy that you'd have one? So Jack has two brothers.
Oh, I was just about to go on to this.
Tell
right?
him this.
So,
This is mad.
hang on,
That's
I've
so
got to
unfair.
lead up to this. So I got
Alright.
the orange, right, and I thought.
When
that
you
was
say
pretty
brothers,
shit.
do you mean by birth or just
Yeah.
like friends?
No, he's got. No, he hasn't.
My friends and my brothers, I differentiate, yeah. But because my grandparents are based in Barry as well, they don't know me as well because I'm a little bit further out. So
Too
I
posh.
remember on my 18th
Too posh for that.
yeah, too
Yeah,
posh
yeah.
in
Ooh,
Southampton,
la-di-da.
yeah. So on my 18th birthday, which is my birthday's in December, they got me a gold necklace with a bull's head on it.
Hang on.
And it
So
was-
we've gone from an orange to a.
Yeah, but shit gold and a bull's neck.
I
Chicago
Was it
bulls.
shit
I
gold?
doubt it was high value. Do you know what I mean? I
He
don't
left a
think
green mark around his
Yeah,
neck.
I did. I didn't.
Height of
No, I never
class.
wore it, right? Because they gave it to me and they were like, "Oh, we got you this," just like, and they were like winking at me as if like, "You're welcome." And I was like, "I will never
Can't be
wear
a
this
lucky
thing.
son.
This absolute bison on my fucking neck."
Paired with a 12
Never
pack
do.
of Johnnies, you're going to need them, mate.
They called him Dwayne after that. He got the bull's horn, Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
You're gonna get the horns. But anyway, to come back to what Franks was saying. So
This is
and I
mental.
actually put this. I'm going to talk about my worst present ever. And it's actually a lack of a present because when I was younger, right, my mum used to working class, you know, not the most affluent, so would spread the money between us three boys. Me
Couldn't
and my
afford
two
to buy
brothers.
all three of them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you know, so we'd all get kind of quote unquote shit presents. Like
Well, I was
whatever.
born in. I was brought up in Lanswick, Vardra,
Yeah.
so similar vibe.
Yeah, so you know, you never get anything too spectacular, but it's fine. We still had a good
You'd never be
childhood.
happy.
No, we'd never be happy.
was
And
her
they're still
policy.
not up there.
She was like, three of you are unhappy because I'm
So
spreading the
what
cost.
she
for
did,
all of you.
yeah,
so what
yeah.
she did one year is she said, right, what we're gonna do is there's gonna be your Christmas sort of thing. So it started with my youngest brother Harry, right, and it was like this Christmas, next Christmas is gonna be Harry's Christmas, and he'll have the majority of funds given to him, right? You guys all have stuff, but it'll be kind of shit presents. But he'll get what he really wants.
Oh,
Next
Jack, I
year
was
it'll go
never
up-
this poor.
No. Next year it'll go up.
This
to,
is third
Next
world
year it'll be
kind
your
of
brother
stuff.
Sam, and then next year it'll be you. After
So
that,
you have
right?
to wait 3 years
So
to get your
3 years for
proper
my
present.
thing. I was thinking, why just start at the youngest? give it to the oldest. Anyway, Harry had his thing. Like I can't remember what he had at the time, right?
Like something
But
decent, wasn't it?
It was,
Car.
you know, I'm talking hundreds of pounds, which is a lot.
I'll be paying that car off for the
It
next
was
10
like a
years. You're
£200
having
present.
like a £200 Pezzy, which was a lot of money.
That's
a lot of money, that's loads.
I know, but that means but your brother and sister, your brothers are getting fuck all. So
You're
it's
getting
like-
an orange, you know, like it's, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then
Wait, I don't want to be
Yeah,
mean
what
to
about-
your
Were you really that?
mum,
So
but
what?
I read it and just.
Well, they were spreading it, so 200 quid against 3 kids. You
So
don't get
you've
any-
got to wait 3 years to
get your present.
Yeah. My mum
Well,
basically-
unless I was
Oh.
first, I'd love to be first.
I'd put the
But
adoption
imagine
papers
spending,
down on the
200
table.
quid on 3 kids. That's 600 quid. Most people can't afford to buy 600
Yeah,
quid.
but why
for
didn't you
a
spend the
present.
200 quid? It cost the 3.
Well, that's what you used to do, but then it was
It
like
was shit prezzies.
what's
I'd love
that?
a shit
What's that?
present.
60 quid a pop.
So we all get 60 quid presents, or someone gets a big prezi, and then next year you get the big prezi, next year.
And the excitement of it being your Christmas.
And also, I was a young lad. Yeah, it's my Christmas this year.
I feel like this is like Ashton Kutcher being pranked. Is this real?
Yeah. So just listen now.
60
right?
quid. You could have got a flashlight.
Hunker down and listen to this.
How old are you at the time?
I must have been 15 or something like that.
Flashlight fine.
I mean, to be fair, then a flashlight would have been like.
Yeah.
Godsend.
Yeah. And you don't have to pay 60 quid on it.
Couldn't afford a flashlight. Just got your dildo. It's fine, ma'am. I got it.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Anyway, my youngest brother, that first Christmas, then after this new system was put in place, he got whatever the fuck he wanted. I can't remember. Anyway,
System.
right?
This is like the workhouses during Victorian times.
Just listen, right? So my youngest brother got what he wanted. Me and my other brother went. We had like little tit for tat, like little tat shit, right? Fine. Next year, my middle brother,
The wrapping
Sam,
paper off his presents.
He
There you
gets like £100, £200 tracksuit, right? Because that was the phase he was in at the time, whatever.
Barry.
And I was thinking, of all the things to use that money on, like you've done that, but fine.
When is my go?
I said, listen, when I'm fucking gonna get my go, you won't even. I'm gonna use it so perfectly. My year was coming up, and my mum went, we're stopping doing this like one person Christmas.
This is social services
We're
kind of thing.
going back to the split.
Communist Russia.
We're going back to the SARS have come back, have they? The SARS have been done. So it was like, I didn't get my Christmas. I never got my.
Have you ever had your big presents?
I've never had my
been
big
paid?
present. I've never had my big
That's why
present.
You should have bought him the shots. You should. That's why I started the podcast.
I've paid into the system, never got out.
It's so insane. Because my mum was saying, my mum didn't have a huge amount of money at all. My mum,
no one had
single
money
income
back then,
household, all that stuff. And but she would always make a lot of it would be like hype about it, and it would be shit. It'd be pure time. But as you get older, you want like one Xbox game or one PlayStation game, and you're happy with that. But if you split the resources amongst three, you get two unhappies, one happy. But at least, all right, okay, I get it. You might want to get a PlayStation with this, but two sons and not one. Oh, that's on the bad.
I've never heard of that. What did the conversation when your mum said, "Come here, Jack.
Well, I said
This is going to be fucking awful. Sit down."
I remember saying to my mum, and she went, "Brace yourself, lad.
You are not going to like what's coming next."
But I remember saying to her,
You know, you had the big calendar this year.
it was coming out. I don't know. It was coming out like sort of Christmas time. Maybe not even close actually. It wasn't even November. I'm thinking like October, and I was like, right, I'm gonna put my request in for my £200 gift. Now.
Yeah.
And I think I was like, I want a new laptop. My laptop's shit. You know, that'll be save me buying it as a fucking 15, 16-year-old or whatever. And then my mum went, oh, I don't know. We're not gonna do that anymore. We're not doing the little one-for-one thing.
Yeah, it doesn't seem fair.
It's like we're just gonna go back to splitting again, and that's not in the budget. And I just remember like. You know what? I don't know if I blanked it, just like my response. I don't remember if I just took it.
I would have felt like Anne fucking Frank at that point.
You are very chill.
I'm very chill.
I would have caused
I don't know if
such a ruckus.
I don't know if I just left it or if I like threw a fist, and I don't remember. Who knows?
Killed myself. I would have killed myself.
I would have Anne Frank myself, and I don't even know what that means.
I think what it was
I
is
just
by
handed
that
myself
point,
in.
Yeah, do you know what? It's not worth it.
By 15, 16, we were drinking then, weren't we?
Yeah.
So
You
that's probably what led to where I am now with my relationship with alcohol.
Well, that was the podcast this week. Enjoy your
Definitely
Christmases.
a lot,
This is the worst news I've ever had in my life.
It sucks, doesn't it?
It's a bit more daunting speaking to people who've actually paid for
hard
it.
and cash.
Yeah, they're like
we always
real,
say that. We actually have to
they're
deliver.
like real people. You know, upstanding.
Yeah,
they're
not
not
shit munchers.
Yeah, they're not
Well,
going to the
this
bar
is
going,
what
what's
we do.
cheaper, Coors Light or Bud?
We say the normal people are shit munchers, and that
Me.
gives them an elevated status.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
if ever these episodes get leaked, then we call our normal listeners shit.
Yeah, fucking listeners, absolute tank.
Pond scum.
Although this might be it's good enough to be. I say good enough. This could be. I think it should go up to everyone. Cause that story about you. Is insane.
You're not shit munchers.
your
You're not
story.
shit munchers.
That was so impressive. Honestly, that's the worst story I've ever heard.
My mother loves me.
Yeah, bloody funny way.
The irony is that in our family dynamic, I am golden child out of me and my two brothers. Like
Everything that's gold turns to shit.
absolutely, yeah. And it's like for her to
You're
do
a
that
victim.
to me.
You're a victim of your own not success, but whatever. As in you're such like,
Man
oh,
with
Jack
ball.
won't mind if we fucking...
King, absolute King Midas.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
We should just release a clip of the story that say get on the Patreon to hear the full thing. Anyway,
Yeah,
back to
if you want to be depressed, get your antidepressants out. So this is the interesting story, paid for, of the magic Christmas tree. So basically, in Aberglasney, there's... no, wait, sorry.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry. So basically, in Aberglasney House... I'll start again.
We don't edit the Patreons, by the way. Yeah.
For the Patreons, it doesn't stink of shit here now again.
For the record, it's not started smelling like guff in his gourd.
So basically, in Aberglasney House in Carmarthen, they've got these amazing gardens. You can still go there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We just told you, don't fucking edit them.
Sorry. I'll start. Fucking hell, it stinks.
Why are you doing it? Why are you doing this?
We're going to have to wrap this up pretty quick.
Okay, sorry, right. So this is a story of the magic Christmas tree. So basically, in Aberglasney House Gardens in...
Jesus. Let the record show that
I've shut my
were disgusting.
It's a shame they don't sell spin knickers at the
Right.
bar.
This is gonna have to be a real episode now because we have to edit it. we can't release this.
Go on, let's go.
Right.
Let's go.
So this is the story of the magic Christmas tree. So basically, in Aberglasney House in Carmarthenshire, they've got these amazing gardens. I think it's over like 10 acres, which is equivalent of like 50 football pitches. Don't corroborate that. It's like a Grade 2 listed building. This house, you can visit it to this day. So it's all it's all proper.
This day, bro.
Listen, bros, you can go there, yeah, and check the shit out for yourself. I ain't lying. So in short, there's a magical Christmas tree. So this was first published or written down as fact in 1831. I haven't got the details of what that publication was, but it basically was around in that era as well. So when they publicised it, they were like, oh, it might have been an advert for a tourist attraction. I don't know. Like I said, I probably should have looked into that. So every Christmas Eve, there's a hawthorn in these gardens, the magic Christmas tree, that would sprout flowers. And then by the morning, the flowers would have effed off. Yeah, so...
Magic.
Shitmas tree.
Shitmas
Not a shitmas tree, it's a fantastic tree, but that came to my head. So loads of visitors would come here because it was kind of linked, or possibly linked to, I got the bloke's name, Joseph of Arimathea. Possibly brought it to the UK. Something to do with Glastonbury and the Holy Grail. But it got a bit religious and boring, so it couldn't be bothered.
Fingers in so many pies.
Well, that's it. So it wasn't associated with the visitors going there, but I think since they've gone, oh, maybe Joseph has had a little.
I think it was
fingers.
very religious.
And I'm pretty sure he had the Holy Grail when he did it, actually.
Yeah, but it got all religious. So I was like, alright, well, I'll keep reading that because
We always say that.
We always say that.
When it gets religious, it's like you know it's bollocks.
Whenever the old Crizzos come into it, we're like, oh,
Fuck off, Jesus.
Oh, you're talking about Christ? Yeah, alright, sorry. I'm just gonna get bored. Yeah, so anyway, there was loads of visitors that would come there during the Christmas period. And it
come.
So you went.
Nuts.
Yeah. Well, that's what Jesus would have wanted.
Oh, very good. It's like you set him up and you knew exactly what he was going to say.
I'm not good-willed enough not to spell it that way.
I teed that up. Jake absolutely Abanos.
Christ would have won.
So it was privately owned, this estate, by a little
You're
absolute...
reading like it's a sermon as well. You read it and you put
It's
your
Christmas.
finger. You put your
This
finger
is my
by your
homily.
sentences.
Good King Vincent. What's that? I wish I knew that song.
Just to put, I'm gonna have to take a
Good
picture
King
for the socials.
Oh yeah, you got to do this one. Yeah.
You put your finger where you're reading, which I haven't seen done since like early, like year 1,
Early
year
primary.
2. Yeah. It's like, and then Jesus said.
So it was privately owned by an absolute wank stain called Thomas Phillips. And he was really pissed off, right? The fact that I just turned the page as well at the same time. It gave me no reading, even though I wasn't reading any of it. Yeah, so this guy was like really pissed off that they would come and visit his property. And he was like, no, I'm not having this.
Oh, was it like you said, a difference between somewhere being a public historic place?
Like a public pathway, a public right of access.
Yeah.
But you have to get the landowner's permission.
You have your own permission.
I don't actually know. But you can pay to go there now, so maybe Thomas Phillips hasn't actually
it's a tree
capitalised
that
on it.
flowers but then loses its flowers. It sounds shit.
It's pretty fucking boring. I did mention that at the beginning.
Not boring, but it sounds a shit tree.
No, it literally just sprouts out of nowhere, and then by the morning it's gone. So anyway, this fucking petty prick cut the tree down so all the visitors wouldn't come.
Oh.
But because of the almighty strength of God, Jesus flew down in an aeroplane and went, let's make this still a thing.
In a B-12.
I haven't read the Bible recently.
Targets liberated. The most psychotic men, I think, I hear on drones. Just go like, there's like a whole bunch of people eliminated. And just like close them, like, eliminated, gone. It's like, how are you that chill? Just got like a fucking army of people. These like a family cross the road. Gone, eliminated. And then they just fly off home. It's just
So anyway, God came down,
classic.
and where the tree once stood, there's obviously grass. And now, instead of this tree blossoming, the grass is now said to be slightly greener on Christmas Eve, and then during the morning, it's gone. Merry Christmas, everyone. Good night.
Tell us your nan story.
Yeah, so as a family, we're very big drinkers.
Yeah.
And I was at the pub, I think, and my mum rang me. It's like Christmas Eve, and I was out with my mates, standard Christmas Eve, so before you were burdened with the joyous love of having a partner.
We did a Patreon episode the other day.
I heard it. Well, I heard last year. So we were talking about
But we did a Patreon episode.
Literally my notes here as well.
We won't go too much into it. You can sign up to the Patreon to hear all of it, unless it's all Patreon.
Yeah.
But we did a whole episode about how mental Christmas Eve is. The best night of the year if you're not in a relationship.
Such a biggie, didn't it? Used to have a
Until
big
you get
night.
married and settle down, it is the best night of the year. And now you just need to
And
go.
now
Put shackles on yourself, yeah.
Well, I've got a little side note on that.
Who's done this?
No, I gotta see.
Oh, you darling. Oh, you
bought it.
darling. Thank you very much.
What? So you actually bought 3 this time?
Yeah, I got some of the mortgages.
You absolute beaut.
For the purpose of the tape?
Yeah.
Frank has just actually committed to buying us a
We'll
drink.
stop What
is that?
I always buy the drink. You two are the absolute T-Rex arms. But you sounded such a good police officer then. For the purposes of the tape.
For the purpose of the tapes. Frank's actually put his...
Do you see how Frank's has actually delivered on 2 double rums? 3 double rums even, sorry.
Right.
That's delicious. What is that?
Is that rummy?
Spicy, double spice.
Is that full fat Coke?
No, never.
Ooh.
Pepsi Max.
Pepsi Maximus.
Oh, that's so nice.
Lovely.
That is so nice.
Yeah, so
I
I've
look
got,
at toy boys.
You better not expect anything back.
I've got
No,
a
I
side
thought I'd get
note.
these in for the
Don't be daft.
You can expect me back in
I'm
May,
gonna
yeah.
get
Fish job.
fish.
So I've got a side note.
Here's me side note.
Depressing Christmas.
Yeah.
Did you ever spend Oceana on Christmas Eve?
Oh, I love
Did
Oceana.
you?
No, but
on Christmas Eve at 2 o'clock, I remember sort of stood there, like the opposite of that bit in Love Actually, where there's daft kids, and I can't remember where I was going with that, but I was drunk and it was awful. I remember thinking, this is not the spirit of Christmas.
Well,
It's not.
Well,
Love
I
Actually.
knew you said
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking about
Hate
it now?
Actually.
Well, yeah, you said
originally.
you had a Nan story.
So, yeah, I think my mum rang me, and me and my friends were in the local pub, and said, your nan's under a car?
Under a car.
Under a car, so obviously, alarm bells.
Yeah.
Lads, finish your
Nan's
drinks,
under a car.
get another couple of rounds,
We-
and then we're
yeah.
going to go straight there.
One more, and then we have to lift this car.
One more,
Yeah.
and then we'll cart her off
She's
to the
not
mall.
going anyway. Is she?
Yeah, look.
So,
She's a tough old bird. She's fine.
so yeah, she wasn't hit by a car or anything tragic like that. On the drive, she'd tripped over after a merrifulness of Christmas, rolled under my mum's car, and that was it. She was stuck there. I think we put
It's quite
blankets on her.
small. It's quite little.
Listen, you'll be alright till
She's
morning.
quite large,
Oh,
so she was
Lance
wedged.
Marge and in charge.
She's properly wedged underneath there. And anyway, that concludes.
You sound like you got a poem to sing about it.
I'm just going to check my notes. Have I got anything more?
You're finishing a Christmas story to a
Yeah.
child.
I know, yeah. I
And
just feel
Can I
like-
tell you
A good night.
my
Wait, Gareth Bale at Fox and Hounds?
I told you that earlier last episode. Teetotaler.
Fine, that's bullshit. Next one.
My dad and brother. My brother moved out when I was about 16. No, he was 16. He moved out when he was 16 and I was 12. So he left quite early. But just before he left,
That's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just appreciating
It's
the rum
like-
and coke we've had.
I've never had a rum and coke before. It's because I've been drinking all this shit Bud Light. Convincing myself, it's not just about
really
value
good.
for money, it's quantity and quality.
one of my so we did like a Patreon episode all around the pub Christmas Eve because it's the best time to be, but we won't do that tonight. We thought we'd do other Christmas stories, and one of ours was when we did my brother and my dad, who hadn't gone very well anyway, were like kind of like sort of play fighting, but like the play where it was like, oh, this doesn't seem to laugh. It was Christmas Day. My mum was doing all the cooking, stressing her fucking head off.
Is this the smash window thing?
Did I say that already?
Yeah.
Oh, we got an archive.
Not
this
today.
day.
No, that was on the last
year's
podcast.
episode.
When I was scratching out all the points I could
It
bring
was
up.
Christmas. It was last year's Christmas episode.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Oh my
My
god.
dad's
Fantastic.
brother, window
Yes,
smash.
Yeah.
I do remember.
All right, what about this one then? Okay.
I got another one in the wing.
All right
Waiting in the
then,
wing.
Jack's mum came to my Christmas and sorted my presents
She
out for
said
a
you got
while.
one present a year. That was the last of it. No, I'm glad actually because wait, on the pod you say stories and someone will be like,
I know,
hours
so
and
we
hours
have
and
had a
hours.
bit as well. I got a good like bad Christmas story, right? So, not last time, but the time before. So that would have been 2022.
Yeah.
Right. So, turned to my mum's house.
The
for
detail is not
Christmas.
important right now.
No, it's not. Turned to Christmas, right? There was a face there I hadn't seen before.
oh, you've done this.
Oh my
with
God,
us
it's the
too.
old woman.
Yeah, you've
woman.
done this
She's
with
dead.
us. Yeah, I know
She
this
is dead.
one. She's dead.
She's dead. Yeah.
Yeah, she died.
It's a you didn't tell me Sue was dead.
Not
Yeah.
Sue. She's
No,
not
no,
dead.
no,
Maggie.
Maggie.
Yeah, she's brown bread.
Just to let you know, lads, I'm here for you. Okay, I'm
so
here.
have I done that
I am
one?
I'm the
Can I
common
just say, we
listener.
are all
I am
too
like
good
you.
for this.
Have I done that? one?
Yes, you've done that one. Honestly,
We have to
Franks and
wrap this
Jags
up.
are just
This is
going
not-
off on a wild
All my
tangent.
notes.
Apologise,
I've done
guys.
before.
I reckon we say Dylan about Jake.
Absolutely not. I once got a bottle of Paul Smith perfume and thought I was Rod Stewart.
Nice. You go through them so
Well, hang on, I'm gonna-
quickly.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
you
I'm
get so bad. Then you go, no, not that one, didn't mean it. But we've done half an hour already here.
Half an hour.
Jake just go back and forth.
Shit, that was just me talk. Oh no, we had the bit about
Big
Jack's.
story.
Oh, that's awful.
And we had fans
That
from
was like
there.
we got
a
some
limp
bands.
donkey fucking charity
I
advert.
also, you had good fun
Yeah,
stories.
and for £2 a month, you can fund Jack's next year's present.
You
So
can
what's-
fund Jack's brother's presents
What
for
is
next
like
year.
one tradition that you love, that one you want to get rid of?
Yeah, I'm just gonna check my notes. Oh, get rid of. I've got one.
Or what?
So I obviously, I grew up in Cardiff. What I can't stand is during the festive period, or we used to call them nice shoes and shirt combos. So all the
rugby
Valleys
nights.
people coming down, they've got their fucking pristine white shirts.
And pasty
Nice
shoes.
Once
shoes.
a weekies, I would call them, is in
Once a week.
Well, they
You've done
won't
this
like this.
before.
They won't like
they
this.
never come in
Wait,
on
Jack,
a regular.
Jack, you've done this before. You did this last year.
We done this last year.
Are you joking?
No.
He remembers nothing. He remembers nothing.
You
what
talked
said
about the once a weekies
on that Christmas
in
episode,
that Christmas
I
episode.
know. But I'm
You
saying,
just said you didn't.
and you always forgot.
no. I'm just saying, when you're saying the guys who are not normally here, they come in influx of.
They flood
They
Cardiff.
flood Cardiff. They make it worse for everyone else.
So
It's
between the
I'm saying it's the equivalent of once a weeky in a way, you know.
Exactly, so
I'm on about
harking back.
in like a village sense.
Hark
but
the
yeah.
heralds, angels sing.
Yeah, King Wenceslas.
This is unlistenable.
no, it's not. This is gold. This is perfect.
Gold.
Always believe in your.
Different than what I was saying, but correct.
Yeah.
Also, you did not just hang on for the gang.
not
You
just
did not
shouting
hang on.
to it.
You did not see Jake's tongue actually.
Yeah, it was-
I'm jealous.
I felt that.
Jealous
I felt
of
the
it.
tongue.
Jealous of his
His
wife.
wife is a
because
happy
good,
wife.
she's a happy woman.
Who's you happy? She's not Indian.
I'm
You're gonna have a hernia.
now it's
Oh,
can't be
Christmas
released.
has been saved.
God bless us, every one of us.
We've gone through a Christmas Carol, but like in real time in about 3 hours.
Right, can we just say diolch yn fawr, because I want to get this pissed now.
Yeah, okay. Cheers, guys.
Yeah.
Diolch.
It's the Christmas Tales for Wales podcast. We've got Frank's being nervous and Jack being a boffin and Abanos being cool. It's the best podcast episode of the year. He's the greatest guest of them all. With his cute, sexy face and gay, happy meetings when Jake comes to call. He's the greatest guest of them all. Hosting and... Sorry, lads.